tweet and go on Instagram and talk about it. Get it riled up to where it would be The Miz versus...
What's up, party people? How we doing? This is the Schmo on the field, Allegiant Stadium, exclusive interview with WWE Superstar THE MIZ. Ford Country. Everything we do is driven by you.
This is the Schmo.
The Schmo!
With the Pro.
The Schmo!
Former reality TV star.
That's right.
Turned WWE Superstar. The man of the grind. 20 years in this business, delivering quality promo and performance night in and night out. Scratch golfer, The Miz, in the flesh, Allegiant Stadium, getting ready here for WrestleMania 42. How we doing?
Well, you know my favorite part about that whole intro was that I'm a scratch golfer, because I'm not, but I love the fact that you said that, so we're going to go with that. We're going with that.
You got the channel, The Miz Golf.
I do have Miz Golf. Doesn't mean I'm a scratch golfer, though.
What would you call yourself, though?
I would call myself a plus 17. No, a 17 golfer. I'm a 17 handicap, yeah. It's not scratch at all.
You got to start somewhere, though.
I've been playing since high school. So I did start like 30 years ago.
Okay.
And we're at a 17 now. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know whenever I'll be a scratch. I thought I'd be a scratch by last July, but it didn't happen.
It might be the one sport where you're the Schmo and I'm the Pro if we ever went out on the links.
That is true. That is true. Why, are you that good?
No.
There's no way you're a golfer.
Well, how do you know?
Because I can tell. I can tell you're not a golfer.
What is the Schmo?
Huh? I don't know. You tell me. You're the Schmo.
Okay, we're a schmathlete. But talk to the Schmo for a second.
Okay.
Big win for your Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
Not so much for your Red Hawks, though.
So the Browns, it was surprising because the Packers are known as a Super Bowl caliber team, right? And so I was like, I don't know about this season anymore. And then we beat the Packers and we're right back to where I thought we were in the beginning of the season, which is we're going to the Super Bowl.
With Shedeur Sanders at the helm, is he going to see the action?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
He knows how to get the ball where it needs to be, and that's all he needs to do because I think the defense will do all the work.
Hopefully he stays healthy, though.
Hopefully he stays healthy, and then we also have Dylan Gabriel as well.
That's right. But not Shedeur Sanders, though.
I don't mind. If Shedeur beats out Dylan Gabriel, then I am all for it. It's all whoever Kevin Stefanski thinks can give us the best chance to win.
You been asked to do a pep talk for this team yet, or what?
Not yet. No, I have not. If I was asked to do it, I could definitely do it. I'll wait till we're in the Super Bowl, and then maybe I can give them a little uplift.
What would you say?
What would I say? I would probably let them know that them winning the Super Bowl will not just help them, it helps an entire city. When the Browns do well, the city of Cleveland thrives. And that's why I'm a big proponent of whenever I say I want my sports teams to do well, it's not because I want them to do well for me. I want it to do well for the city of Cleveland.
But Miami of Ohio, your alma mater, they gave up a 17-point lead in the second half right here to the Runnin' Rebels, who play on this turf right here at Allegiant Stadium.
Thank you for reminding me that. Yes, that happens. I don't really watch college football, to be honest with you.
You're more of a pro guy.
I watch the pros.
That's what it's
I'm
all
a
about.
professional wrestler. That's what we do.
That's
we watch
certainly the case. When did you feel the most comfortable, going back to you, transitioning from the reality TV world to the wrestling world? When did you feel accepted in this?
I still feel like I'm trying to get accepted. Actually, no. I would say that's a lie. I've felt like I've been accepted probably for the past 5 years. I've been like, okay. I finally, I feel like people are giving me my flowers. They're saying that, The Miz has been able to overcome so many obstacles. I've had 2 documentaries about my life that you can literally see out there. And so whenever you have documentaries about your journey and what you've had to overcome to get to where you are today, it's got to be saying something about you. And it feels good. I still always am like, I want flowers every day. You know what I mean? Flowers get old. So if you're giving me my flowers, they get old in a week. I need more flowers.
The concussion, WrestleMania 27, defeating John Cena. You had The Rock intervene. That's got to be the top Schmoment of the career, no?
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
Yeah.
So I remember bits and pieces of beating John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania 27, retaining the WWE Championship. But you would think that that's where you want to go. That's what you want to do, is be top of your caliber. You want to be the man. And I was the man. I had the WrestleMania moment. I just can't remember it. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. And how do you feel about John Cena, the guy you defeated at this juncture of the farewell tour?
I wish I had my match. I saw the other day that AJ Styles got a match through Twitter. He basically tweeted out, I think John tweeted him, he tweeted back, and then Hunter, Triple H, tweeted them on X, and literally got the match accepted, ready to go. And that's what the fans wanted. Like, the fans have been asking for AJ Styles versus John Cena. And so now that's what they're getting at Perth, at Crown Jewel. And it makes me think, I'm happy for AJ Styles that he gets that honor, that opportunity. It pisses me off as a WWE superstar because I feel like I have had a big rivalry with John Cena. I've had multiple WrestleManias with John Cena, and yet the fans aren't sitting there clapping and sitting there saying, hey, we want The Miz versus John Cena. They're saying we want AJ Styles versus John Cena. John Cena has 5 matches left, only or 5 dates. I don't even know how many matches are left in his pocket, but there's 5 dates. That's it. That's either 5 superstars are going to get an opportunity to be in the ring, and I want myself to be one of them.
Got to get vocal. We got to make it happen.
I've been vocal. I've been the first person to say out there that I want to put my name in the hat to go against John Cena. I was the first person. When I heard about the whole farewell tour, I said, I want to be the first person to put my name in the hat. All the fans had to do was tweet and go on Instagram and talk about it. Get it riled up to where it would be The Miz versus John Cena one last time. But no, you wanted the Randy Orton. You wanted the Brock Lesnar. You wanted the AJ Styles. You didn't ask for this guy.
Let's make it happen. He's like Rodney Dangerfield over here.
It's gonna happen. Yeah,
Get no respect.
Yeah, they're gonna see the Schmo show and they're gonna go like, you know what? We missed out on this one, didn't we?
Well, we're not busting with the boys here, but we do
are
our
not
best.
busting with the boys. We're busting with you.
Yeah,
Schmo.
we're busting with the Schmo right
That's
here.
That's right.
How much of you is Mike versus The Miz? How do you turn it on? What's the routine to get right there and dialed in?
You've seen it right here. Like, literally, I can turn on The Miz whenever I want. I've been doing it ever since I was on The Real World, so it's come natural to me.
What do you make of reality TV right now in this era in 2025 versus when you were doing it 2 decades ago?
Oh my gosh, it's so different. Back when I was doing it 2 decades ago, you weren't welcomed with open arms anywhere. Now I feel like, reality is everywhere. It's all over. Back then, it was The Real World, Survivor, Big Brother. That's it. That's all that was there. So there wasn't all these varieties of reality shows and different ways that you could utilize all the reality stars. What I was thinking? I did an All-Star, MLB All-Star game, and there were some influencers there. Yeah. And they mentioned me, they mentioned some baseball players, and then they announced an influencer. And they got booed out of the building. And in my head, I went, wow, the influencer is the reality star of the 2000s. Because everyone looks at it as an influencer as, oh, they have no talent. All they're doing is taking pictures of themselves or making videos on the internet. But in my mind, I think they're working very, very hard to generate an audience in the internet, kind of like what you're doing.
We appreciate that. Speaking of these influencers, blindly rank these 5 influencers reality TV stars. We're going to call them reality TV stars because influencers, we're going to go the reality TV stars route. We're going to start with this one.
So I get 1 through 5?
1 through 5.
1 being the best.
1 being the best. Blindly rank. We're going to start with this name. Ryan Seacrest.
Ooh, they asked me to be the Ryan Seacrest of the WWE. That was when I first came into WWE. And I was like, wait, what? Like, as talented as Ryan Seacrest is, you don't want that name. You don't want to be that. You want to be like the next Rock or the next Stone Cold. We want you to be this. We want you to be the Ryan Seacrest. I was like, okay, I'll take it. So I will give him, I don't know the names yet. It's early, so I'll do a 3.
Give him a 3. Simon Cowell.
We'll give him a 5.
We'll give him a 5.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? When I did the Diva Search and I hosted the Diva Search, they wanted me to be kind of like the Simon Cowell of that, where, you give everyone kind of a hard time to hopefully get something out of them.
Guy Fieri.
Ooh, I love food, man. But I don't know who you're going to say, so we'll go 4.
We're going to go 4. All right. Theo Vaughn.
Oh, that's a 2.
That's a 2.
I have to save myself just in case you mention me.
Well, we are going to say a Mike, just a different one. I guess he's number one. Mike the Situation.
I guess he's number one then, huh?
He's number one.
It's a situation up in here.
All right, let's redeem ourselves. We got one more of these. Blindly rank these WWE superstars.
Okay.
Number one, or we'll start with number one, The Undertaker.
Undertaker. Ooh. Well, so I'll always start with 3 because you never know where you're going to go with this. And I have 2 more people that would be ahead of. I can think of 2 more people that could be ahead of him.
If the Schmo doesn't say it, we're going to find out who those 2 are.
Okay.
Val Venus.
Oh, wow. Okay. Val Venus, number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat.
Number 5.
Okay. All right, so now we got 2 and 1 left over again. Here we go. Brock Lesnar.
Okay, number 2.
All right, so number 1, X-Pac.
Number 1, I guess.
Suck it.
There you go.
That's what we're going to do right now.
That wouldn't have been my, if I would have known those rankings, that would probably not would have been where I would have ranked all of them. But if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
You would have put Taker at number 1.
I would have put Taker at number 1, yes.
So then who are the 2 other guys that the show didn't say?
I would have put Steamboat at number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. That's so we kind of messed that one all up.
Kind of messed it up.
Who are the top 2? Rock and myself. Or I would put Cena there too. Ultimate Warrior. Those would be the top ones.
Well, The Rock, The Miz, you got the in front of the name, so yeah. I see the connection. And the Schmo.
That's it.
What best advice would you give your younger self, knowing that you're going to be a prime person in a WrestleMania?
Best advice I've ever got was from Billy Kidman at the Playboy Mansion.
Okay.
And I was trying to become a WWE superstar, and I got invited to Playboy Mansion, which was pretty sick. So I walk in as a 20-year-old, probably 22, walked up to him and said, "Hey man, do you have any advice?" And he's like, "Stick with it." And I was just like, what? That's it? Stick with it? But now looking back on that advice, so many people find so many excuses to not do what they ever dreamed of. There's so many times, oh, my girlfriend doesn't like it, or my boyfriend doesn't like it, my family doesn't like it, I have to work, there's so many excuses that can take you away from your dream. If you stick with it, then you can figure out if the dream is supposed to happen or not.
Well said. Can have the Schmo running through a brick wall with that. But you've also had unique experiences on reality TV with a young Theo Vaughn and a Joe Rogan. Which come up was more impressive for you to see and witness? Theo Vaughn going from reality TV star to podcaster, or Joe Rogan going from reality TV to social icon?
See, for me, Joe Rogan was already there, right? Like when I went on his show, he was the host of Fear Factor. And so that's huge, right? And then he went on to become even bigger, but he was already there. Theo was on a reality show, like a contestant. And I remember the first time he told me that he was going to be a comedian. And we were like, all right, cool, man, do it. And so I told this on Bussin' with the Boys, but I'll tell you another different story about Theo Vaughn. I heard his first stand-up in a bus on a challenge, and it was awesome, right? I didn't talk to Theo here and there, but I probably didn't see him for another maybe 10 years after that, right? I go on a date with my now wife. We were on a date. We weren't married at the time, to the Improv. And we were watching all the stand-up comedy people go up, and Theo was a surprise. I did not know Theo was going to be there that night, and I did not hear Theo's comedy since that night in New Mexico on a bus. And he performed, and my wife is a hard crowd. It's a tough crowd to make her laugh. I make her laugh every day, so it just shows how funny I am. But she was crying laughing, and I was crying. We were laughing so hard, and in that moment, I was so proud because I remember the day he said, "I'm going to be a stand-up comic," and I know the journey that he must have had to go through to get to where he is, to see him as the main event, a surprise at the Improv, and have the crowd erupting at the palm of his hands. And then like a couple months later, his special comes out and does very well in Netflix. And then he has this podcast that has been doing incredible. Like, that's not just through talent. That's hard work. And that's dedication. And that's also talent and being able to be funny. He's an awesome person, a hard worker, and very, very dedicated.
As the legend, rest in peace, Macho Man Randy Savage once said,
yeah.
the cream rises to the top.
Oh, yes.
Now, the Schmo was in this building for WrestleMania 41. Now we're returning here for 42. Back-to-back years in the same city. Your now hometown. How do we top this year from last year, The Miz?
I mean, last year was a record-breaking year. It's the biggest WrestleMania we've ever had. And I'll say this time and time again, there was an Attitude Era. This is bigger than the Attitude Era. The storylines are bigger than they've ever been. The stars, our roster is deeper than it's ever been. Whether you're cheering someone or booing someone, WWE always finds a way to do better the next year. And as best as you could possibly do, which I think we did amazing last year here at Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be nothing compared to what happens at WrestleMania 42 at Allegiant Stadium, April 18th and 19th, back-to-back. Combo tickets are out there, my friend. You might want to get them. And you also might want to spend the entire week here because this city is absolutely incredible. And WWE has a lot of things going on, like WWE World with Fanatics, and you can do an entrance. I mean, the Schmo could do an entrance, you know, like a WWE Super. What would your entrance be like?
Well, we would
If you were a WWE Superstar, what would your entrance be like?
It would be a mix of Conor McGregor strut walk, mixed with just jumping around, jumping for joy, like they do with the Wisconsin Badgers. Home opener for a football game, jump around. So we make a mix between the two. So let me show you.
Okay, let me see this.
So we go here, we go $1 million slut, and then jump around, jump around, jump around, and then $1 million slut, and jump around again.
I love that's a Conor McGregor and not a Vince McMahon.
Well, Conor McGregor did the crossover, though. He was able to do it in boxing and in UFC. Vince McMahon, obviously the greatest to do it, the boss man right there, but it's just one sport, one discipline. So we got two multi-sport, it crosses over.
I beg to differ that XFL is two sports, but that's okay.
Well, it didn't last
That's
long.
okay.
It didn't
That's
last
okay.
long.
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
It didn't last long. How much creative input do you...
Still around.
It's separate.
You're being a schmo right now.
Separate variation.
You're being a schmo.
Well, it went off air and then it came back on air. It's a second variation of it.
Okay.
I am a
Okay.
schmo, but it's okay. It's acceptable because I am the schmo.
You are the schmo.
How much input, creative input, are you going to have with Triple H when it comes to how things will go down for WrestleMania? Because I feel like, Miz, you've worked yourself into this future Hall of Fame status.
Triple H has been doing a phenomenal job as the head of creative for WWE, and the proof is in the pudding. There's a reason why every show is sold out. The fact that we are on not just Netflix or USA, but now we also have a partnership with ESPN with all our PLEs. I mean, this company is hot. It's thriving, and the storylines are second to none. And so whatever Triple H has planned, I am fully backing it because honestly, like, he has one of the best minds in the business that I've ever seen.
Can we get a final message for all the Miz fans out there worldwide?
Final message?
Yeah.
Schmo, The Miz is awesome. It's that easy, buddy.
That easy.
That easy.
Yeah, learn a thing or two from watching
Yeah,
you.
just have a catchphrase.
There it
Always
is.
rely on it.
He's the pro, on the schmo, on the turf, Allegiant Stadium. It all goes down here, 2026, WrestleMania 42. We're out. You get down with the sickness?
I do. Well, yes, I do get down with the sickness. I enjoy a good metal band.
Do you get the beat down?
Well, Stupefy is a different one than Down with the Sickness.
I bet you're a fan of the band.
They're both, yes, absolutely.
Would you sing? So you would sing Stupefy?
Yes.